Hello friends, today I am here with Chemical Coordination and Integration Part 3 of 11th Standard. In this session, we are going to discuss about adrenal gland and pancreas. So let us start the session. First of all, we will discuss about the adrenal gland and their secretion. Adrenal gland is of dual origin, that is from mesoderm and endoderm of embryo. The adrenal glands are paired glands and placed on the top of the kidneys. They are conical elois bodies. Each has two distinct regions having different embryonic origin, structure and function. The two regions are adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla is centrally located, whereas adrenal cortex is outside. Here it is the diagrammatic representation of adrenal gland on kidney and section showing two parts of adrenal gland, that is centrally located adrenal medulla and outside is the adrenal cortex. Both adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex secretes hormones. Here we will discuss separately. First, it is about hormones of adrenal medulla and its functions. From adrenal medulla, two hormones are secreted. They are adrenaline or epinephrine and noradrenaline or norepinephrine. Commonly, these two hormones are called catecholamines. These hormones are called as emergency hormones or hormones of fight or flight. Why? Because they are secreted during stress and emergency situations. So that is why they are called as emergency hormones. It helps in increasing alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, that is raising of hairs and sweating, etc. These hormones also increases heartbeat, strength of heart contraction, rate of respiration. Hormones of adrenal medulla also stimulate breakdown of glycogen, resulting in an increased concentration of glucose in blood, and also stimulates breakdown of lipid and protein. Now let us discuss about hormones of adrenal cortex and their functions. Adrenal cortex is an external firm pale yellowish pink tissue formed from mesoderm. It is divided into three regions, namely outer zona glomerulosa, middle zona fasciculata and inner zona reticularis. The adrenal cortex secretes three groups of steroid hormones and they are commonly called as corticoids. The three groups of steroid hormones are mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids and sex corticoids. We are going to discuss one by one. First is mineralocorticoid. Mineralocorticoids are secreted by the outer region of adrenal cortex. They regulate mineral metabolism and control the sodium-potassium ratio in the extracellular and intracellular fluids. Their secretion is stimulated by a fall in the sodium concentration in the plasma or a rise in the potassium concentration in the plasma or a fall in the blood volume. The main mineralocorticoid is aldosterone, commonly called as salt retaining hormone. means it tends to increase the reabsorption of sodium from urine, saliva, bile and sweat to reduce its loss from the body, and also reabsorption of water from the urine. In short, we can say that mineralocorticoid maintain water and electrolyte balance as well as blood volume in the body. Now, next corticoid is glucocorticoids. These hormones are secreted by the middle region of adrenal cortex, and they regulate the metabolism of carbohydrate, proteins and fats, and also increase the blood glucose level by converting proteins and fats into carbohydrates, which again converted into glucose. Cortisol is the most important glucocorticoid. Another corticoid is sex corticoid. Sex corticoids are secreted by both the middle and inner layer of the adrenal cortex, which includes a small amount of both male and female sex hormones. And these hormones helps in developing male and female secondary sexual character in male and female respectively. Now we will move toward pancreas. The origin of pancreas is from endoderm of embryo. The pancreas lies below the stomach. It is an elongated yellowish gland which consists of lobules, and these lobules secretes pancreatic juice. But it also consists of islets of Langerhans which produce hormones. The islet of Langerhans consists of two main types of cells called alpha cell and beta cell, but it also contains delta cell and F cell. In the given figure, you may visualize pancreas. The islets of Langerhans secrete four hormones, that is insulin, glucagon, somatostatin and pancreatic polypeptide. Out of these four, we are going to discuss glucagon and insulin. Glucagon and insulin have antagonistic effects on the blood glucose level. So let us see first about glucagon. Glucagon is secreted by the alpha cell of islet of Langerhans. Glucagon plays an important role in maintaining the normal blood glucose level. It brings about change of liver glycogen to blood glucose, and this process is called as glycogenolysis, and it also forms glucose from amino acids and fats, and this is called as glyconeogenesis. But in both the cases, there is increase in blood glucose level which provide energy between meals. So it is also called as hyperglycemic hormone. But excess of glucose in the blood suppresses the secretion of glycogen, whereas fall in glucose level starts glucagon production of, means the glucagon secretion is initiated. Now the next hormone secreted by pancreas is insulin, which is secreted by beta cell of islet of Langerhans. It enables the liver and muscles to store glucose as glycogen, called as glycogenesis, and keep the tissues to take up and use glucose as source of energy. So it lowers the blood glucose level, called as hypoglycemia. Insulin also promotes synthesis of protein from amino acids in the tissues and reduces the breakdown of proteins. It also promotes synthesis of fats from fatty acids and glucose. uh, in the adipose tissue. Thus, insulin is called as anabolic hormones. Why? Because they synthesize the substances. Deficiency of insulin causes disease called diabetes mellitus. In this case, patient cannot use or store glucose. Thus, there is accumulation of glucose in the blood from where it is excreted by kidney in the urine. This disease is treated by insulin therapy. So this is end of today's session. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.